Welcome back, everybody. I'm excited today because we actually have some good news to report. Now, I know this channel has become a lot of rants, a lot of raves about Hollywood falling apart, and that is happening. There's a lot of awful movies coming out, and because of that, box office is losing a ton of money, and a bunch of bad stuff is happening. But every once in a while, you get a diamond in the rough. And the diamond in the rough today, y'all, is Wallace and Grommit, Vengeance Most Fowl. I just watched this last night. It was late. I would have done a review of it last night, but it was late. And I put all my kids to bed, and I was like, you know what? I got to watch a movie. And I saw that this had just come out on X or something, scrolling on X again. And, I've always enjoyed the Wallace and Grommit lore. I've enjoyed the animation. I enjoy the silliness and the funniness of it. And when you're in the mood for some laughs, they're usually pretty good for that. But this movie is honestly one of the funniest movies I have seen in a very long time. What I like about it is they stuck to the story. They just told the story and then they got out. This movie's only an hour and 20 minutes long. And it was such a needed little break for me, and it was such a needed story to be told on Netflix. Netflix gets a lot of things wrong. They get almost everything wrong, as a matter of fact. And this was such a good choice for them to buy this. Obviously, this is not made by Netflix. They distributed it, but this is Aardman Animations. This is a British company. It's a UK company. Bristol, UK. There it is right there. This is IMDb Pro, by the way. Directors are Merlin Crossingham, Nick Park. Writers, Mark Burton, Nick Park. They killed this, y'all. They killed this movie. I'm telling you, literally, from minute one, I was laughing. Wallace is an inventor, and he makes a bunch of wacky gadgets. And there's a penguin, who you're going to see in this trailer, so there's no spoils here, who is a diamond thief. And somehow they catch him. They don't say it, but it's right in the beginning of the movie. They catch this diamond thief, and then it goes on wacky antics of how the diamond thief tries to get revenge. But you got to just watch the trailer with me, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I absolutely love this movie. So let's jump into the trailer.
Feathers McGraw, you have been found guilty of the attempted robbery of the Blue Diamond. If not for two upstanding citizens, you would have succeeded in your wicked plan.
Morning, Grommit. How's my favorite pooch? Another great day of inventing beckons. Wait till you see the next thing I'm working on. A smart gnome.
Totally Nobot.
I love how non-serious this movie takes itself. Like, it's just hilarious, man. There's nothing serious about this.
Oh, a Wallace onesie. He's a household gnome. What could possibly go wrong?
Nobot recharge time. New instructions received.
What on earth? I just don't get it. Why would me own gnome turn evil?
It's a proper crime wave.
Where's me tools?
Where's me shed?
And where's me glasses? Oh, they're on me head.
Yeah, this movie legitimately had me laughing nearly the entire time. The first half of the movie, I laughed.
Grief, it's you.
Almost nonstop, y'all.
It's Vengeance Most Fowl.
All right, I don't want to spoil too much of the plot for you. It's so basic, yo. It's so basic. You'll get it right in the beginning. There'll be no surprises, but there will be a bunch of laughter. a bunch of laughter. You know, you can see how it, as the movie progresses, it's very easy to tell what's going to happen, and just the way that it progresses. But this is like the perfect 3-act structure. It's so just clearly laid out. It's so pleasantly animated. Even just the animation itself cracks you up because of the cartoonish way that they've created these characters. But they come across exactly the way they're supposed to. The story is told exactly the way that you would expect, and which would be the best way to tell the story. And honestly, I just have nothing but good to say about this movie. This is rare. This is so rare that a movie comes out in 2024. Now we're in 2025, and it just absolutely blows me away. So hats off to this studio. Hats off to the directors here. Obviously, the animators have been doing a good job for a long time. I will say the animation in this, the claymation, was done so well. The sets and the environments were so rich and full of life. The water simulations were incredible. I'm pretty sure they did the water simulations afterwards digitally. I'm not really sure how they did it. Let me try to look in here, see if we can find a water sim. But the way that they did the water, there was just something really satisfying about it. I think that we see the sub come up out of the water at some point. So this boat is riding on water as well. Yeah, you don't really get to see it. You don't really get to see it, but they did the water sim like really super satisfying. I feel like, you know, as a filmmaker, I do things, you know, as much in camera as possible. And, you know, gunshots and stuff we do in After Effects or whatever. But everything in this obviously is practical, but it's claymation. So they had a lot of room to do whatever. And then I'm not sure how they did the water, but it was really satisfying and it was really well done. But, you know, just the world building is done so well in this. So great script, great acting. All the voice acting is top notch. It's what you would expect. You know, these guys have been making movies for a long time, and they've done a really, really good job with it. So I'm just so glad January 3rd, 2025, we already have some good news on the movie front. Now, I don't think that will last. I don't think there's going to be very many good things coming out this year. However, starting off with a bang, and Netflix picking this up was such a good choice. I don't know how this would have done in theaters, but I know it would have cost them a lot of money to advertise and then put it in theaters. Netflix just slapped a trailer on YouTube, and they launched the movie. I think it's going to get great reviews. This, for me, is like, other than just the predictability of it, this for me is nearly a perfect sit down and laugh with your family. It's all wholesome. It's all just good old-fashioned fun. So this for me is literally like an 8.5 out of 10. This is killer. Definitely go see this. It's easy. If you have a Netflix subscription, just sit down with your family tonight. Enjoy this movie. And that's my review. We got a banger starting off the year on a really good foot. So, yeah, that's it for Wallace and Grommit. Vengeance Most Fowl.